Okay, start recording. Okay, started. All right. So
Wait,
you wanna start it off?
hold up, wait, stop. Before you stop. Before you start, make sure we have judgment who the judges are specifically, just so we don't have any extra bullshit afterwards if it's over.
Okay. So you just
Right.
want we want like 3 judges?
Listen, it's between you two. I don't care.
Well, what do you go with, Pete? You go with just true judging, or you want more judges?
Uh, I'm good with true judging, but if there's like anyone here who thinks they're like a competent judge, they can step up.
Anybody in the VC, like most people in the
Wait,
VC.
what did you say? Sorry, what did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
say?
I'm good with you judging. I'm just saying if there's anyone in like the VC like competent enough to judge, you could come up and judge too.
That's fine.
You want to take
I
picks, or
guess
you want to
so.
start?
Do you want to wait till or do you want to start right now?
I can start whenever. That's fine.
Alright. We can start.
Yeah.
Right.
Like where do you scale Gwenpool?
Huh?
Where do you scale Gwenpool?
Basically, I scale her above all of fiction.
That's
Be like
very incorrect. That sounded very dumb. What? How?
no, that doesn't sound very dumb because basically her character is actually like literally above fiction.
No, she's not. She's from an
Yes, she
Earth.
is.
Look, she's from an Earth in Marvel called Earth TRN565. Want to fact check me on that?
No, okay, listen. So basically, that Earth you're talking about is a metafictional representation of our Earth, right?
Okay,
So we
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
call
stop.
that
Look,
actually.
Pete. I'm gonna stop you
We
right there.
wouldn't call that.
Do you know what? Look, Pete. Do you know what metafiction is? Like, please define it off the top of your head right now for me.
To find out off the top of the head,
Yeah.
the fictional representation of like the real world.
Okay, so it's
Essentially.
fictional, right? Just because you're showing
Yeah.
a fictional. Look. I'm gonna explain to you. Just because you're showing a fictional representation of something, right? It doesn't mean that like it's automatically just because you name it metafiction, right? Just because of as a representation of something from the real world, that automatically just scales it above everything else. You could
Yeah.
have a
Okay.
meta. Look, I could have a metafictional representation of an author, but he can literally be wall level. That's why you have to scale them, right? You can't just be saying that because she's a metafictional representation of something, or she's from a metafictional world, and like in Marvel, that she just scales. She's from another Earth and the Marvel multiverse called TRN565. That's not the real world. They think they're
Yeah.
real.
Okay. But you failed to understand that wasn't the reason I was scaling off her. Okay, that would be her real world, right? But I'm not scaling her off that. I'm scaling her off feats that actually put her in the real world.
What
I'm not
feats?
scaling her off the metafictional like
That
realms or whatever that
that
she
put her in the real world. Do you know the first one got like killed by Hulk?
the
What do
first
you
one supposedly got killed by her.
Marshmallow? Yeah, the unbelievable Gwenpool. Hulk killed her.
Alright,
You want me to send
wait,
that scan? I'll send it for you.
there's in the scan because basically like even the one above all said he's not writing her anymore.
What? The one above all? Yeah, you're hilarious,
Um,
man. Yeah,
yeah.
you're throwing some very
I can go show
shady
you.
stuff, man. Saying some very
Sure, I
shady
will.
stuff. Yeah,
Right?
you're saying.
And like he
Look.
literally stated
Hold
he
on.
literally stated, alright.
Okay. So I just think, right, from what I've seen of Gwenpool's comics, that it's heavily, and when I say heavily, I mean heavily inconsistent that she even scales above like normal niggas. So you're familiar with the Gwenpool Strike Facts comic line. So let me see where the scans chat, right? Where's scans? Okay, I found it. So you're familiar
I'm
with
just
the
gonna,
Gwenpool Strikes Back comic line, correct? You read
yeah,
it?
I'm
Okay.
I'm
When she brought everybody to the island and asked them, "Do you guys think I'm a threat?" What did they do right after?
wait, hold up, I can't hear you. You were like,
Okay, yeah. When she like literally just teleported everybody to that island and asked them, "Do you think I'm a threat?" What did they do right after?
wait, what?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. When Gwenpool brought everybody to the island, right? They laughed at her because she's not a threat. And so then she thought she wanted to show off something, right? And she shot Bruce Banner, right? Who already
No,
has like flashbacks from after Hawkeye killed them, right? So he's pissed.
she had that. You
What?
understand? She still had the ability to summon them at will, though. You understand that, right?
Okay,
That was
she doesn't
wait,
scale to anybody though. Okay, she was using like teleportation
okay.
hacks.
But
Cool.
then the one above all himself
The-
literally stated, "I am not gonna be writing you anymore." And roleplay Twitter accounts of you are
That's
calling you
yeah,
daddy, right?
that's very incorrect. That's very incorrect.
You
That's very
understand you a
inconsistent as
daddy.
well. Peak, look at
That's very
scans.
inconsistent.
Peak, look at
Then that's
scans.
not a
Peak,
fact.
hold up.
Where's
Peak, go look at scans. I'm gonna literally go like scan for scan with you, right? She
Yeah.
literally, after she shot the Hulk, the first unbelievable Gwenpool, Hulk killed her. She's dead. He smashed her. And so you're telling me all these people, like, and not only did he smash her, he affected her quote unquote gutter space. It's just in between the panels. She doesn't scale anywhere. It's very inconsistent. And if
That
you and
wouldn't matter.
look, you're talking about feet. That's fine. Look, you're talking about feats. If you want to go to another heavy inconsistency in her comic, do we want to go to the Doom fight? Do you want to go to the Doom fight when she
Yeah,
tried
she's
and attempted to throw Doctor Doom off the page, right?
yeah. She's Sun Doom though. Like, do you want me to send you
Oh,
scans
she
of her
sunned
Sun?
him. She sunned him. I have the full comic panel. She didn't sun nothing. Look at scans. Look at scans. Look at scans. Who sunned who? She lost to him. She
She
literally
lost it.
look. She lost to
You're
Doom.
like, that's like half. You're saying like half the context of
That's
that. Also,
okay. When she threw him off, when she threw Doom off the page, right? That was before that. You know what's the context of that? Doom, after getting thrown off the page, walked back into the page because that gutter space shit. Anybody could do it. He literally told her. I'll pull up the scan for you. I'll pull up for the scan for you too. He literally told her, just because you perceive the world in a different way doesn't mean you're any stronger than me in this plane. And I'll show it to you. I'll
okay,
show
that
you.
still doesn't matter. She still has the. She's still above fiction. She's literally above fiction. Just because
No shit.
she's
What?
her, you could argue. I'm gonna argue the fact that basically she just lowered her power just to like stay in this fictional world. You
Based on
understand that,
what?
right?
Based on what?
Based based on the. Okay, I'll send you the scan. I'll send you the scan.
Cause that was just dumb. You can't say she's above fiction if fictional characters are fucking her up. You,
Are
you see
you?
why that would make no sense?
Okay, so like let's say I'm a three-dimensional person, right? And a two-dimensional person, like or a two-dimensional shit is like on a piece of paper, right?
Okay.
Let's say I have the ability to go from the real world to also the to the two-dimensional
She
world.
can go to the real world. Look, the whole comic of her, like her whole comic is based off her thinking she's from the real world, right? She thinks she's from the real world because she's from a Earth in the DC multiverse where all the superheroes aren't superheroes; they're comic book characters. But that's not the real world. It's just a metafictional representation of it, right? But remember,
Yeah,
metafiction is still fiction, my friend. She's not from
okay,
the
that's
real world.
she's still literally above it. I'll send you a scan of her stating that.
No, that doesn't look. Just because she's
If
from
you're
another Earth, look.
listen, listen,
Look,
listen.
peep.
Her
Just
real
because she's
world.
from another Earth, just because she's from another Earth, right? Doesn't mean she's just above fiction. And that Earth, she reads them like comic books. When she went to their universe and their reality, right? She didn't even have the power to stay there. Whose help does she need to stay there? I'm gonna just ask you that. Whose help does she need to stay in that universe?
Wait, repeat the question.
Okay, when she went to their universe, did she not need help to just bind herself to that verse, to like that universe? Did she not need help?
To in which comic?
Doctor Strange, her entire interaction with Doctor Strange.
Interaction with Doctor Strange.
Uh huh.
So you're still basing it off the metafiction representation of the real world. You're not basing it off her
That has
actually.
nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now. I'm
Right?
talking
That was
about, look, Peak. That has
what's the
nothing to do with what I'm talking about. When she met Doctor Strange, look, Peak, just answer the question. When she met Doctor Strange, why did
no
she
that
need help from Doctor Strange?
listen that wouldn't matter because that has no relevancy because you're still talking about the metafictional representation of the real world. I am talking about the actual real world. While you're still talking about the metafictional
She has
representation
nothing to do with the real world.
So tell me, okay. Tell me why in this scan I'm about to send it to you, right? And you tell me how that has
Don't
nothing
give
to
me,
do
don't
with
give me a laughter, bro. Don't give me a. I'm gonna get a chuckle out of this. I'm
I
waiting.
love you're gonna get such a You're funny, right? So which scan do you want me to send you? The one Doctor Doom even admitting he's not gonna write her anymore, and he really is basically the authors
Who?
himself.
The authors
Stat,
themselves? You know, I make no sense.
the one above all.
So you're familiar when she was gonna get retconned, right? And then begged for a second chance.
Wait, I'm just like bringing you the what you call it. Hold on, where is it?
Yeah, anything you're gonna show me is probably heavily inconsistent. I'm not gonna laugh.
Yeah,
I'm just going to say this. So, we're using a few terms, and he did ask you to define metafiction. I'm not sure if you did define it or not, if I missed that definition.
I did.
Because obviously, I think you did. So, I'd like to hear that because I think I might have missed it, just so I'm more specific and want to know,
It's
know
like
what you think.
the fiction representation of the real world. Basically. All right,
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
all right. So yeah, I'm just looking through my scan. I don't know why I can't find the other hold up.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
Where is it? Hold up. I'm looking for my anime scan.
I'm not really timing you, but don't take like an absurd amount of time.
Yeah,
Okay?
I know. It just uh, where is it? Hold up.
Okay.
Wait.
Is it okay to ask what he's looking for and send it for him? Bro, he
Uh,
said some shit that I never even like. I don't even know, bro.
you don't know about it, right? So it's just like, cause like I have a scan folder and like that scan folder.
Look,
Like,
if you're
can't
talking about the winnable ball, are you talking about the cloud?
But that one. Bring you that one.
You're talking about like the cloud in the sky, her writer?
Basically,
That's what you're talking about?
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And you think she's above? Okay, I know exactly what skin you're talking about. And you think
No,
she's above fiction?
I'm not showing that one. I wasn't showing you. I was showing a different one.
A different one?
Yeah, I can't find it for some reason.
What do you talk like? What are you talking about? In what comic? I could probably put
hold
up.
on. So just to make this a bit faster. So
Okay.
if you could describe this, if you don't have the scan, if you could describe this scan, and then somebody
I'm
can
gonna
post it
send
for
it
you.
right now. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sending
you already
it.
have it. Okay. I just wanted to, like, in case somebody else had the scan.
Okay, please post it.
Yeah. Anime. Then I go down here. Yeah, this this scan. You know, the generic one, right? I think you've seen the scan before, right? Now we're gonna go to the
This is the scan. This is the scan.
yeah. Okay, right? So, can you read like the middle left side of the like comic part
The
for me?
middle left. Right now, somebody is reading this moment years after all the people who made this comic died. You don't just live here. You're in video games, toys, guest star, and other titles, fan art, fanfic, roleplay, Twitter account. Some days one of those
Real quick,
fans
Twitter
make it a
accounts,
pro
right?
guy. Okay.
Stop there, right?
So
Real
wait,
quick,
bro, I'm gonna stop you right now, right? Because you're like me. You're practically about to just meme out on me. You're pulling up a Twitter statement, right? You're about to pull up a Twitter post from literally Twitter of somebody cosplaying Gwenpool. You know what a
First off,
cosplay is? Look. You know what cosplay is?
I was not gonna do that.
You're
my
not
nigga.
gonna do that. What are you gonna do?
Hold up.
Because that's not scaling her. You're not really scaling her.
I was not skipping her yet. Don't worry. What you would call it? You're gonna see this part.
Because if you're saying she's above fiction when she's not, then you're not really showing me anything.
You understand, right? Bro, why can't I never find scans in fitting, bro? So it's just one.
I don't know.
Uh,
And before we even continue, do you know about the Spider-Man Deadpool comic when she faced off against the manipulator or no?
wait, hold up. What'd you say? You just like
The Spider-Man Deadpool comic when she faced off against the manipulator. Since you're bringing up the one above all in this, right?
against who? Manipulators?
The manipulator. The manipulator. You know who that is?
No.
You know she cried because she couldn't do anything to him. you know
Yeah.
who the manipulator was, right?
Hold up. Show me, because I doubt.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. That it was the writer. He embodied he became the fourth wall. So if you're telling me look, so if you're telling me right now, right, that she's above fiction, but she's consistently just losing to everybody and a writer in her verse, then I don't think she's above fiction. So first, before I even continue, right? Before I even go over the manipulator stuff, I'll just show you this. I just want to get these scans out for everybody to see, right?
Alright.
First off, she begged for a second chance and cried because she was about to get retconned and begged for forgiveness. Right? Same Gwenpool that got killed by the Hulk. Okay, so now, right? So now, I'm still going. Hold up. So now, let's get into the comic with the manipulator, right? If we go to what happened in the comic with the manipulator, you're aware that the manipulator just started taking heroes, right? So I'll post the full panel for you to have context. Okay?
No. I'll tell you why that doesn't matter, right? Because guess what happened to guess what happened? Guess what this nigga, the one above all, that ass told her, right?
Nigga,
He
this
said,
this would be the one above
yeah,
all. This is the writer.
yeah, read the scan. It
Oh
said,
my
he
god, he's
says,
about posting
if you
bullshit.
go to bottom, he says, oh, Gwen, I have a couple of panels left, then I may never get to write you again. Especially because these days there are Gwenpool roleplay accounts.
Yo, I love it. Look, Peak, you know why he said that? I'm gonna give you exact context. At the end of that comic line, at the end, I promise you, at the end of that comic line, she got into a depression. While she's on that beach fighting Hulk and getting fucked up, right? She's got into a depression and she started crying. Then she tried to fight Miss Marvel, and guess who she lost? She lost to Miss Marvel. She literally accepted the fact that she didn't want to fight Squirrel Girl on that same island because she said Squirrel Girl would beat her. And that same comic line, she went into a depression and went to the Krakoan hole, right, where she said, I don't know if I'm gonna have another comic because she's bounded by the page. So they want to cancel her because she has no substance in the verse. That's why. He's not gonna write her anymore because the corporate offices don't want to write her. She's not interesting. So
She's
now
not
like
interested, right? How she
what?
came back and tell me now she's in other things that are not even
She
nothing to do
came
with
back.
Marvel,
You didn't
right?
look, Pete. You didn't prove shit with that scan. Like all that scan.
Listen, right?
Oh
So
my
I'm gonna
God.
send you the scan, and I'm just gonna look for like a cleaner version of my scan.
I
right?
could read it, bro. I could read it. You want me to read
No,
it?
no, no, no. I know you can read it, but I'm trying to look for a cleaner version to back up the scan because there's like another scan that comes up with this. I'm trying.
A cleaner version. So can I continue what I was telling you earlier? Because that the one above all statement that you just posted proved nothing. That shit was like stupid. I don't understand. So
That
now
did
no,
prove.
Peak. So Peak. I'm gonna just continue, right? So if
Go
you
ahead.
don't know, right, the manipulator in the Spider-Man Deadpool comic was just taking heroes and he was like literally fucking around with them. It was the writer. So he embodied the fourth wall, and the writer was literally just having a fucking walk in the park with every hero, and it's like beating all of them. Okay. And the
Okay, yeah,
same comic line in the scans that I was showing you, right? She literally, when she pulled up to fight, she lost. She lost and got tied up. And the only reason why she got out, right, was she used the gutter space. And then she hid in there because she didn't want to fight the guy. So if you're telling me that she's above her own writer when the statement that you even made was like inconsistent in itself, right? The statement, so you're memeing out. So you're
No,
memeing
that's
out.
not a what? That literally shows that she's not bounded to Marvel, right?
What the fuck are you showing me, bro?
That shows her not being bound to Marvel, right?
You just posted porn. You're a troll.
That's not. That's not.
You can't be serious. So when the shit gets debunked is a meme out, right?
Wait, what? You didn't debunk shit. First off, that's
I-
back to my claim.
I didn't I didn't debunk. I debunked everything. I debunked everything. Every claim you made got debunked. Everything you said got debunked. Every scan you even like attempted to post got debunked. As a matter of fact, I'll go as far to say this: your character is a walking debunk to herself. Continue, Pete.
Are you okay? Literally, all your debunks are contradicted by the fact that my scan, where she states that she's literally not bounded to Marvel, that contradicts everything you.
That she's not bounded to Marvel. But look, you said your character was above fiction, right? So let's give an example. Okay, your character can verse hop. She hopped into Marvel and got fucked up. She has no scaling. What's her scaling, Peak? I'm gonna ask you right now. What's her scaling? What's her scaling?
You just ignored like basically the scaling, right? Supposedly scaling, right?
She has no scaling. I'm confused.
She did have a skill, right? Because all your things are supposedly contradicted by the fact that she's still not bounded by Marvel. Supposedly, she can go in and out, maybe get her ass beat, supposedly, but that won't still affect her.
No. It's not supposedly. The first unbelievable Gwenpool lost and got killed by the Incredible Hulk because the Gwenpool Strikes Back Gwenpool thought it was a good idea to shoot Bruce Banner for some odd reason after he already was pissed right? So there's one. She died, right? She tried to fight Miss Marvel. She lost. She literally said Squirrel Girl left the island because she said it wouldn't be fair for her being there because I will beat Gwenpool. And Gwenpool admitted I can't beat Squirrel Girl. She lost to Doctor Doom. She tried using her reality warping shenanigans and still lost to Doctor Doom. And then Doctor Doom went out of his own way to make the statement, right, that just think you're superior here simply because you perceive the world in some other way. This is just another dimension, girl. Doom is as in control on this plane as in any plane. And then in that same comic, she started crying, got into depression because she lost her powers because Doom went out of character. Then we even got into the Doctor Strange stuff where Doctor Strange had to bind her to her reality because he couldn't do anything because she was so weak. Then in the unbelievable Gwenpool comic, she cried and begged to not get retconned and begged for another chance. And then when she had a chance to literally fight the author, right, the manipulator, she fucking lost and then ran away and hid in the gutter space and depended on Deadpool's help for
Okay, so
everything.
you just admitted that the author can't even get into the gutter space, making her above the author.
She
correct?
lost to him. What are you talking about? She's hiding. She lost.
You said she lost, but you have no stats to back that up.
I just showed you. Look, I posted it there. Look. Like, peek, please. I don't want to get spurgy. I don't even want to get spurgy. Like, look at 422. Please, dear God. She wrote up Deadpool. When she pulled up to fight the manipulator, she lost and got kidnapped and got hung. And then she had to escape and hide in the gutter space because she didn't want to fight him. Right? Look. Yeah, she even says it. When this all started, I fought, but the manipulator nabbed me. He fucking beat her. That's why she's crying in the top right of the scan. She lost.
Alright, listen, right? So it basically says, so this is like your thing. Cool. So this gutter space, it's fourth wall breaker, breaks some walls already. This is like my thing, right? And she says, I can't, but I didn't run here, not at first, right? So then she goes on and he says,
Okay, that didn't.
this all started, I fought, but the manipulator nabbed me, took me to the harvesting. I thought it was a gun. I thought it was a gun, right?
Okay.
So basically, that's just, so, alright, right? Do you know in the ending? Okay, now this is what I'm gonna tell you, right?
Like, that's no scaling, bro.
Okay, tell me when, like, this was before the ending of Unbelievable Gwen.
This is literally like her latest like appearance, bro.
Okay, correct.
Okay, yeah.
So before that, she states that she's not like she's like above Marvel, right?
She's not fucking above Marvel if she can't even beat
That
weak. If she can't beat weak niggas in Marvel, she's not above the verse. If she gets fucked up by Sentinel bots, she's not above the verse. Stop.
Sentinel bots, right? Alright, listen. You are basically saying just cause whatchamacallit, she supposedly got fucked up by the author, right? But then I showed you the stand of the author literally admitting that he's not a writer anymore and stating again that
bro. I don't want to keep going back and forth with you because everything you just told me is either bullshit or you have like no scaling. Your character is dirt level right now. Your character has no scaling. Give me some. Look.
Okay, hold on. Stop. So you guys have been going back and forth on this exact same point for a while. So if you don't have any new arguments for this or anything, then come like if you have new arguments, say it. If not, just move on to something else.
Yeah, I'll just go on to my scaling. Do you have anything else to back up like your dirt like scaling? I'm confused.
No, that's not dirt scaling. You're literally avoiding the obvious. That statement of her, the author
Stop.
admitting.
Wait, what the fuck did I just say? I said don't fucking talk about this if you don't have new arguments. I've already heard both your arguments for this. Don't go back to this fucking topic. Either come up with a new argument, so new scans or new scaling, or move on to something else.
Yes, bro. Alright, can we move on to my scaling now?
I'll just add one more thing real quick.
Okay. Nigga posted hentai, bro. That's just crazy.
You understand? She can like erase people from their continuity in existence, including herself.
That has nothing to do with her scaling.
Yeah. Wait, I was gonna scale her to that, like above that and stuff like so.
That has nothing to do with scaling. That's just a hack.
I know. Yeah, I'm slowly but surely going to my scaling. Alright.
My God, bro.
Alright.
Lord have mercy on my soul.
Alright, so basically, alright. She can basically like perform logical impossibilities, right? That's like another supposed hack of hers.
Oh my god.
Just on top of the fact that she's like has true personal transcendence, right?
Never proved that, but
I did prove that. You're just like avoiding the obvious.
no.
So she can perform logical impossibilities, right? I'll send you like more.
Wow,
If you
I'm
want.
confused with the she shot a rocket at somebody. How is that like a logical impossibility?
What the fuck is this?
She
All right,
sealed them. Whoa, she sealed them with magic. That's she
all
performed
right,
a logical impossible. Like what, bro?
all right. Nigga, tell me where she gets it. Where she has magic. She just pulled it out of her ass.
Nigga, she took a rocket and then shot him with like a sealing thing and sealed them away. That's not a logical impossible fucking. But like, that's literally everything that she just did, bro. Okay, she
This-
pulled up with a fucking rocket launcher and shot him and sealed him. Cool.
Wait.
That's not a logical impossibility.
Wait, she literally okay, listen to this. She said, haha, hey, look, what a Agmato made me.
Okay.
A big magic rocket launcher. Who Agmato is. He says, very well, Gwempu, you earned your prize. Take this and leave to stew an eternal embarrassment. Because you got beaten up by a cool team. Because I got beaten up. Right? That's what
How are you okay? I'm just gonna say something. How the fuck are you debating comics if you can't read? That's all I wanted to say. Just continue.
No,
Oh my
I'm reading.
god. No,
I'm
no,
reading.
no.
It's
She
true.
said.
No, I'm reading the side that matters to me, right? Because that's the point. Because the side I'm reading is basically the side that shows my point, right? So he says, because I got beaten up by a rocket launcher, that's the nigga. She just like jerks, right? So it was magic. Don't be too hard on yourself. You should have seen what I did to Magenta, right? So tell me, where in this world did she get like some magical magic out of her ass? She just got magical
She said.
magic out of her
She
ass.
literally look. She literally
Yeah, tell me.
said. She literally said in the scan. Hey,
Yeah.
look what Agamotto made me. So I'm gonna go take an assumption that she got a rocket launcher made for her by Agamotto. Or she got a rocket launcher from somebody. Or she just pulled one up and then shot him with a magical sealing rocket launcher. I don't think I see anything logically impossible in this scan. I'm
Alright,
positive I
okay.
don't. Alright, can we continue? Can I get to my scaling? Can I get to my
Okay, then
scaling now?
I'll send you another one, right? I'll send you her
Holy
like having
shit.
I'll show you her having like retcon resistance, right?
Recon resistance? This
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
is
Because you basically
crazy, man.
you like stated before that she just like had no, I don't know why you're actually laughing, bro. Like you dead ass stated before that she got
I hope 19k is better than this shit, bro. 'Cause this shit is crazy.
so basically you stated that so she says, oh yeah, wait, I'll send you this
What did I state?
Alright, right?
This can't be for real.
Alright, did you read it?
Yeah. This is unbelievable, Gwenpool. This is unbelievable, Gwenpool, right? This is unbelievable, Gwenpool. Is this in the unbelievable Gwenpool comic?
Wait. She says I had one goal.
Wait,
Strikes
answer
Back.
the look. That's not what I said. Is this unbelievable Gwenpool or is this Gwenpool Strikes Back?
Yeah, it's Gwenpool Strikes Back.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Gwenpool Strikes Back.
Yeah, that is Gwenpool
That's
Strikes
Gwenpool
Back.
Strikes Back. Okay. So what is that scan
Yeah.
supposed to prove?
That proves she has retcon resistance. Did you not read?
How?
And you stated before, because that was like your whole big contention with it, right? So you stated before that she was like getting bullied to the point where she was like getting retcon and she couldn't control that, right?
Yeah,
So
but
now
she
we move
didn't
on to-
look. She literally said in the scan she had to get support and beg to not get retcon, and then they just didn't retcon her. They let her go. And look, you're not understanding what how I told you. She had to sit there. She sat there and begged to not get retconned by the writer, right? And then the time she fucking fought the writer, she lost and cried.
No,
So this shit
it's
didn't prove nothing, bro. She didn't have
Listen,
retcon. Look, bro. She doesn't have retcons. Look, she says it in the scan. Look, I'm gonna read it for you. Oh, look at all that future I have now. I had one goal in Gwenpool Strike Back to not get permanently erased, and I did it. We did it. Thank you for supporting me, true believers. Right? That's why the entire comic line she was begging for niggas to give her some like substance to not get
You're
erased.
ignoring my point.
No,
The
I'm
whole
not
point
ignoring
is-
shit. Look, you said that she has retcon resistance, right? She had to beg to not get retcon. She didn't stop anybody. She didn't stop anybody. So we no. We can leave this. No, we can leave this up to the judge. That's just fucking stupid. Can I get to my
No,
scaling now?
you have to listen, nigga. Alright, so basically, you said it was because of the author, but did you not read the thing? It says to my to my supporters and true believers, right?
Yeah, that's a debunk to that's a debunk to your skin. That's a debunk to your own skin. That's not her. That's the believers. That's the people that support her comic book that don't really get retcon. That's not her. This has look, Peak. This has nothing to do with her scaling. You never give me look, Peak. Peak. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You're giving me no scaling, and the statements that you're making me, you're giving me, they get debunked by the own scans that you're posting. So I'm like, my mind is fucking exploding right now.
No, they're not actually getting debunked by own scaling, right? They're literally getting scaled off the fact, right? You supposedly said that the author, she was crying for the author, right? But then she's proven to have retcon resistance, what she said in the literal page.
No, she
If
doesn't.
you read it.
No, she doesn't.
What do you mean? So
I just
you're
look.
telling me
I'm not gonna look at that. I'm not gonna go over it
You
fucking
guys,
third
okay,
time.
hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to keep moving on because you guys keep going ad nauseum at specific
I
points.
don't
You're
want
just gonna
to. You just
repeat
keep
your
repeating
argument
yourself.
and then you're gonna go back.
It's
So
getting
I've heard your
retarded.
argument for why she has retcon resistance. I've heard your arguments against. Let's move on to something
Thank
else.
God. Can we move on to my Superman scaling now? Are you done?
Okay. Now I'll tell you basically. So wait, you were talking about when she was like getting supposedly beat up by the author. That was the
We've been over that,
manifestation
bro.
of
We've been over that already. That's a previous point. We've been over that.
Listen. That was the manifestation representation of the author, correct?
Oh my
Oh my fucking God. We were over this shit, bro.
No, tell me what you were saying. Was that the manifestation representation of the author?
Yeah. Why?
Okay. What about this scan? Right? I'm gonna send you a scan of this.
Wait, hold on. Jester, have you even given your scaling yet?
I'm trying to. This guy is just getting like just
Oh
keep
my
Every
posting
time
shit
you
in
cross
the.
the point,
Alright,
you
Peak,
move on
shut
to
the
it.
fuck up, right? And let me give you your scaling.
Listen.
No, because no one. Listen, this is for the mental well-being of everyone in the VC right now.
Holy shit! Literally, like my
Chill,
bro,
chill. Okay,
Peak,
well,
my brain
he's
fucking
giving
hurt.
you
Oh, hold on, hold on.
He's giving you multiple
I'm trying to control
opportunities.
it. Everyone go back. Everyone
Thank
go
you,
back.
Hold on,
Chad.
no,
Look,
he's
okay,
giving
okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Chad, I
multiple
appreciate
Okay.
to
you.
establish shit, and
Chat.
he hasn't done anything.
Look,
So
bro.
let Jester give some scaling, right, and then you can move on to like hacks and shit because
Look,
no one
bro.
else. It's just debates all over the place at the moment.
That's it.
Chad, I just wanted to let you know I appreciate you.
I appreciate Chad too, because my brain's about to fucking crack. Let me read this
Hey, who
guy.
won?
Peak. What is it? What is this shit gonna? What does this shit say?
So you can't read? Is what you're saying? Right.
You not? Oh, you want me to read it? Okay, bro. Esteemed artist of Gwenpool Strike Facts currently working on the issue. Watch this. Yeah, he spilled coffee. Okay. My guess is that's for Spanish. They don't pay me enough for this. Give me a sec. Huh. What the fuck did that prove?
She basically interacts with the metafictional representation of the author, and you can see like through
That's nice.
right?
Wow! Look,
Oh my god, this nigga.
look, that's cool. No scaling. Can I move on now?
Listen. So your claim before was supposedly basically the author beat her ass, but you can see
Peak.
the author dead ass
Look,
got his shit right.
look, Peak. I'm borderline about to say words I don't want to say to you. Can I move on?
Right.
Is that it? That's that all you gotta say? I just told you right now. You proved nothing in that scan. Okay. So that scan doesn't say shit. I want to keep going back and forth on fucking scans that like are not proving shit. You haven't proved shit.
Can someone like mute him?
Yo,
So we
okay.
can get
So
justice
so
going,
so can we
please?
fucking move on?
Stop interrupting. I'm just gonna serve me the next people that interrupt.
So can I move on, Pete? Can we get? You want to get to my scaling?
Alright, you know what? Sure, we could. Yeah, you can move on.
I don't even need to go far. Okay. I'll just post like. I got you. Like I'm gonna do this shit just to be a funny guy. Right. Okay. Map of the multiverse, right? Let me get my shit. The sphere of gods, right, is transcendent of the concept of space and time, and then people in the sphere of gods embody perfect platonic shapes. Right? That's baseline outerversal, right?
Wait, so where does it say that?
I'm posting them right now. The sphere of God, right, and is beyond the concept of space and time, right? And where was it? This wasn't it. Blah blah blah. Powerful living ideas in a Platonic archetypal world, right? The niggas here embody perfect Platonic shapes. Where was it? Within heaven in there, right? Okay, that's baseline outerversal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and that's all the scaling I'm gonna need. So now, like, let me just post this shit. So so above this plane, right, would be above like the sphere of God. I'm just gonna go out there on a whim. I'm just say Superman broke the source wall, right? So I'm gonna post that for you. So he'd be like inherently above this. I don't need to go into any crazy scaling because you ain't got none. So I'm gonna just since you already agreed this
Really?
shit. Since you already agreed
No,
this shit
no,
is like outerversal, so that's fine with me.
no. I didn't agree she's universal.
You just
I
did.
agree
Look,
she acts.
okay,
No,
sphere
I'm
of
not
God.
talking about your character. I'm talking about my character.
What?
No,
No, no,
I mean like
look,
your
your character
character.
don't got shit. So I'ma
No,
just
my
go,
character.
right? I'ma just go. You agree Spear of Gods is outer, right? Okay, Source Wall is above Spear of Gods, right? Yes,
Wait,
no? Can you see the
your
map?
skill. So basically, you just said the source wall is above the sphere of gods.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna post a scan of Superman breaking the Source Wall.
All right.
That's what I mean. Can't remember where the scan is. Okay. Okay. It's loading up there. Okay. Superman breaks the Source Wall. Right? And the Source Wall is transcendent of an outerversal plane. Right?
Wait, he breaks it, or is that him just like getting thrown into it?
He broke it. No, he broke it. He flew through it and he broke it.
Okay.
Fine? Cool?
All right. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Outer. I don't need to go into any crazy scaling. That's fine. That's outer.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you're done skinning your character, right?
That's it. That's my scaling. You wanna go to conclusion? Do you have any contention with my scaling?
Yeah, you could go first, because I have one. So
Okay, I'll go to conclusion. I wanna end this shit as fast as possible. Right.
there you
Okay.
go.
Since my character has scaling and is outerversal, I think my opponent, right, has failed to show any proper scaling for his character. His character has zero scaling, right? So inherently, my character, since he scales above her, right, and is outerversal with his character with no scaling, I just win the debate. My character has failed to prove anything for his character, has had multiple of his scans debunked. Every claim that he made of being above the author and everything has been self-contradiction and debunked, and she consistently loses to low-level characters in Marvel. So on top of that, and on top of her having no scaling, I just think I overall just won the debate. Alright, go peak.
All right, so I'm gonna start off with the fact that this nigga ignored like all my scaling, right? So he supposedly thinks that he debunked stuff when he really didn't debunk anything. He just went on like he just talked about this is that, this is that. He just went into different fights, and that those got debunked by the fact that she's not even bounded by Marvel, which I've proven. And then he got mad because he said I was memeing out. How is that memeing out when I just proved the point, right? So then we move on to the fact that basically even the author himself stated that he wouldn't be able to write her, right? His contradictions with that was that she would like he was talking about her like not being written anymore, and then that didn't prove anything because in the scan I proved about the recon resistance, the true believers basically stated that she would not be she's like still outside of she's like still being written outside of Marvel. That proved she's still outside of Marvel, meaning it wouldn't matter if she got if she got stopped written in Marvel, that would just mean that she's just not in our Marvel anymore, but she would still be in any other company or some shit that writes her, right? So then I talked about the fact about the fan fiction applies to her, the scale and the roleplay Twitter accounts. I really didn't have to send scale because he said that was meaning out. That's pretty self-explanatory, and he doesn't understand how that works. That's like kind of his problem, right? So then we move on to the fact that supposedly, then I showed the fact that she can perform logical impossibilities. And if his character supposedly can outperform logical impossibilities, that would make him illogical, right? And being illogical, you can't form a proper conclusion, meaning you are like incoherent, right? That basically debunks your character, right? So him trying to defy my character would fuck up your character, right? I showed that she had
What
retcon
the
resistance. I stated that basically she interacted with supposedly the author gave her access to his scan. But then this scan of the character stealing the coffee, that was one for representation of the author that
There's
basically
no way.
dropped a cup of coffee on
I had
the
to
thing, and
mute
you can see
myself,
that
bro.
they are basically able to feed him whatever they want to, they just mess
There's
around
no
with
way,
it, right?
bro.
Then he decides to
Holy
scale his
shit.
character to outer, which basically is way
Alright, let me
lower
shut
than
up.
fictional transcendence, and basically the gutter space alone scaled, or the gutter space alone scales her to boundless, meaning that he basically lost the debate of scaling. Well, because he was like, he was so cocky in me not being able to scale it that he didn't realize that my character could basically be scaled to boundless. Right? All right. Now let's continue.
Nigga said boundless.
Right, because the gutter space itself scaled to boundless.
No,
Usually,
no,
basically,
stop. You can't make new arguments in your conclusion. I don't know why you made look 5 then.
Wait, what? I did. What are you talking about? Like, are you deaf, my nigga?
Get him out.
If I was deaf, I wouldn't have brought it up, would I? I would have
Hype him
heard
up.
you.
Hype him up.
Chill, chill, God, dude.
Hype him up.
Damn, Chad. You got on
Let's
your
not,
ass.
let's chill. Everyone stop.
Peek
Stop.
your ass, bro.
Stop. So, Peak, you
I'm
were
not,
making
right?
new arguments.
No,
during
no.
your-
Only supposed argument that
I
was
lost, I guess.
self-explanatory
Stop.
because he kept avoiding it,
Peak,
right?
Peak.
So
Stop, Peak. So, did you
like-
say that gutter space was boundless during the debate?
the gutter space itself is boundless.
Stop. I asked a
He-
very pointed. This is a yes or no. Did you, during the debate, bring up gutter space being boundless?
But he admitted to
Did
it.
you or did you not during the?
No.
I'm just muting you and giving my conclusion.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Anyway, so fucking hell. So Peak literally has no idea what the fuck he's talking about because so every single scan that he posted practically debunked itself. Right? Like he would post a scan, I would read him like, oh wait, that's not what that says. He said that cloud was the one above all, and literally says he literally actually says his name and it's just not the one above all. Jester shows scans of him getting negged by the author, and also he said that what do you call this? The gutter space and metafiction are just fictional representations of the real world. So that Jester at the start did say it, so it is part of fiction, so it would be bound by Marvel. So all he was just saying is that this character just loses to a bunch of low tier Marvel characters who have no scaling compared to the outerversal scaling that Jester had that had no contention against it. So that'd be my conclusion, and Jester won that. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what? That's not how it works.
Thank
so,
you.
Shut
up, bro.
I'm turning off my conclusion. Hold on. Wait, true. Don't spit. I need to turn off my stream before I got any like bad curse words and YouTube takes it down.